Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I was just going to do a little video and tell you about Yarnspirations mystery bags. I don't know if you've ever seen them on their website, but if you go to yarnspirations.com and you go to their clearance section, you're going to see pop up the very first thing is what they call a mystery bag. Now, regularly they run $7.99 and it's for a pound of mystery yarn. You don't know what yarn you're going to get. It could be acrylic, it could be wool, it could be cotton, but all you know is it's a pound of yarn. Now, they run $7.99 regularly, but I don't pay $7.99 for them because so often, I mean 2-3 times a month, even more maybe, they have them on sale for $5.95 a bag. And the other day I actually caught them for $2.95 a bag, and that's a super deal. And if you use the coupon code WELCOME15, it'll take an extra 15% off your order. Now the $2.95 a bag, you have to purchase 5 or more to get it for that price. And then if you do the WELCOME15, that's knocking 15% off, so you're paying like $2.50, $2.60 a bag for a pound of yarn. And that's an extremely good deal. Now, a lot of people wonder what's in them. Well, I'm going to show you, because the other day when they had them for $2.99, I bought them with the 15% off, and I got 50 bags. I'm going to show you a little bit what's in them. Now, they're all different. You don't know what you're going to get. But what it is they're factory mill ends. Now, a lot of people think, some people think, oh, mill ends, I don't want that. That's just probably a bunch of mistakes. That's not what mill ends are. Mill ends are discontinued colors that they may not make anymore. It's leftover yarn at the end of the mill that maybe they didn't have enough labels for. Some of it may be flawed a little bit. I have not come across any. I mean, I bought a lot of mill ends. I haven't come across any that's really been flawed. Some of them, maybe this dye lot here didn't match the dye lot that they put out on the shelves, so they'll package it differently. There's nothing wrong with factory mill ends. It's actually, you can get them at a really good deal. They're just not labeled, and you don't know what it is. But since it's coming from Yarnspirations, you know that it's going to be some type of Bernat. It's going to be some type of Caron. It's going to be some type of peaches or cream. Something that Yarnspiration makes. It's what's going to be in these bags. Now, I bought mill ends from a lot of places. I think Yarnspiration sells the best mill ends. The quality of their mill ends are great. Because I bought them from places where you get a lot of fur yarn and stuff. Now, that don't really happen to me with Yarnspirations. I have not encountered that. And I bought a lot of mill ends from them. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you kind of the stuff, because people were asking on Facebook, hey, you know, I'm apprehensive about buying those mystery bags because you don't really know what's in them. Well, this is how they come. The mystery bag contains 1 pound of yarn, and it's the same yarn. Now, it'll tell you what it is. It is 100% acrylic. Now, mill ends can be cotton, acrylic, wool. It's just a mystery. You don't know what you're going to get, but each bag will contain the same yarn. So, right here, you flip it over, and you can see there's 4 skeins of this yarn. So, I'll open it up, and if you look at it, it's nice yarn. It's super soft. It's a 4-way, I can tell. You know, it's some type of Caron yarn, it's some type of Bernat yarn, it's some type of Yarnspiration yarn. Either they don't make this color anymore, or, you know, I'm saying they just ran out of labels. Maybe this dye lot didn't match their dye lot that they put on the shelves. So stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. And you got, I would say this probably contains 200 yards in it, maybe 250. You got 5 rolls of it. I paid $2.95 plus 15% off. That's a good deal, I think. So I'm going to set that to the side. Here's another one I got just to show you what kind of yarns you can get. It's just a mixture. You never know what you're going to get. This is actually 100% acrylic too. There's 5 skeins in there. And It's similar to Red Heart Super Saver. I would imagine it's probably just, I don't know. I like to try to guess what it is. Maybe it's some type of Bernat Super Value yarn or something. I don't know why it ended up in $1 million. I honestly don't. But it's worth the money because you got 1, 2, 3 big skeins of it. Probably over 300 yards in each one. And you got a couple smaller ones with maybe 150, 200 yards in it. That's a lot of yardage for what I paid. And that'll make a project for, you know, what I paid for it. That's awesome. And here's another one in some orange. 2 big rolls. There's some big rolls. Probably 350 yards in them. This one, oh man, I know what kind of yarn this is. I just can't think of the name of it. You guys can tell me in the comments. It looks like some type of baby yarn that I've used before. You guys probably know. See the sparkles in it? It's nice yarn. And there's a lot of these little balls in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A bunch of them. Lots of yarn in that sack. So that's another variety that you could get. Here's another one. Pretty colors. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. It's really soft. The only thing is you just don't know what color it is. And you don't know what brand it actually is. But you do know it's a Yarnspiration brand. It's super soft. And it's a 4-weight, you can tell. And it says on the bag that it's a 100% acrylic. So there's a type that, I mean, I imagine they have so many different types of millins. I'm just showing you a few that I got. Here's some browns, 5 skeins of them in there. Oh, here's a really pretty baby yarn. That's super soft. It's got a sheen on it. This could be Carolyn Simply Soft. You just don't know. You know what I mean? But they're all the same. So there's enough there to make a project. 4 skeins of that. Here's some blue ones, the 3 big skeins. Here's some variegators. Pull it out and look at it. Soft, nice, it's a pretty color. And there's 4 big skeins of them in there. So I think Yarnspirations has the best selection of millins out of any place that I've ever bought millins. Now remember, there's nothing wrong with millins. It's a great way to get cheap yarn. I always love cheap yarn. So this is just a few. Now, like I said, I ordered 50 bags of it. 51-pound bags because they had them on sale for $2.95. $2.95 at the time that I purchased them, and I got my 15% off. So, you know, I got an assortment, but I did get like 10 of these, and I probably got like 5 of these, and I think I got just a couple of these, and maybe 5 or so of these. So you might, if you order large quantities, you might get more of the same color. If I don't know about small quantities, I've never really bought small quantities of millins. I always wait for them to go on sale and I buy a large quantity. But I would assume that if you just bought 5 or 6 bags, they'll probably give you a mixture of different yarns. Now, I can't say that all yarns are going to be like mine because I don't know. But all the yarns that I've ever bought from Yarnspirations, their millins packed like this, their mystery bags, have always been nice, and I've never had a problem with them. Never. They've been the nicest place to buy millins. So now we'll go over that again. I'll put a link below to Yarnspirations website to where you can get their, I always do it, mystery bags. Every mystery bag, remember, is going to contain the same color for 1 pound of the same color. It's not going to be mixed colors. It's going to be the same. And it will always tell you what it's made of because it can be different things, you know, cotton, wool, acrylic. And remember, they run $7.99 regular. Sometimes they have them for $5.99, and sometimes you get them for a killer deal for $2.95 like I did these. Always use that welcome 15 as your discount code, and you'll get an extra 15% off. Now, I don't buy them when they're $7.99. I buy them sometimes when they're $5.99 with my 15% discount because I still think that's a killer deal. And I definitely buy as many as I can when they're $2.95 with a 15% because that is a way killer deal. I mean, that's a super deal for the amount of yarn that you get. I mean, it's awesome. But here's the thing. You don't know when they're going to go on sale. That's the problem. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to looking for yarn deals. I like to get cheap yarn. Good, cheap yarn. So I scour the internet all the time. So I look at Yarnspirations every single day. Usually like at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning because I don't hardly sleep. And I see if they change the prices of these. Because like I said, they'll lower them 2, 3, maybe even 4 times a month. You just never really know when they're going to do it. And if they lowered it, I'll buy a bunch with my discount. Welcome 15. You got to buy them fast because they only have so many for the sale and then it ends. So I always try to get them as soon as I can. I always like to tell you guys about cheap yarn deals. And I think this is really one that needs to be recognized. But you should always wait and you should always look, if you got the time, to look, take a peek every day to see if the price is dropped. Because like I said, you never know when it's going to drop. But yeah, I'm really happy with the Yarnspirations, the yarn ends. Remember, there's nothing at all wrong with mill ends. I think they got a bad rap. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I mean, it's just a way you can get cheap yarn in a large quantity of it at once. And I have no problem with it. I bought mill-ends from lots of stores. I think Yarnspirations has the best. Now, if you bought mill-ends from Yarnspirations before, let me know in the comment section if you were pleased with what you got. Now, I cannot guarantee every time that you're going to get something that you like because that's what it is. It's just a mystery. But for me, I bought lots of bags. I've always liked what I've got. I've never really got any yarn that was like furry or anything that was, fur yarn's usable, but you'd rather have a sack of yarn like this that you can make a baby blanket out of. But I've never gotten really anything like that from Yarnspirations. It's always been pretty good quality, mostly 4-weight yarns that's really usable. And I never really found any flaws in mine. I think mostly it's just discontinued colors, or they just run out of labels, like I said, or the dye lots just don't match up with the ones that they wanted on the shelf. So yeah, and that's my review, because a lot of people were just wondering, hey, what's in those mystery stacks? Well, now you know. This is the kind of yarn that you can kind of expect. Maybe you won't get the same yarns as me. Maybe you'll get better yarns than me. I don't know. That's just the game you play. It's just a mystery. But for me, it's always been really good. And always look every day, if you can get the time, at yarnspirations.com. I'll put the link below underneath their mystery sacks, and wait for them to knock that price down. And once they do, you should grab them up as fast as you can. I'm saying this because I always like to spread good deals to people, and I think this is an extremely good deal. Even though it's a mill-ends, I think they get a bad rap, but there's nothing wrong with them at all. I mean, I have not had a bad experience with mill-ends. I think that there's nothing wrong with them. They make excellent projects. It's a large quantity of yarn at a good price. So remember, let me know if you bought from Yarnspirations. These mystery bags. Let me know what you got. Let me know if you were happy with it. And I'll put all the other information below. Like I said, I'll put the link. I'll put how much they are, the coupon code that you need to use, and just remember to look back every day if you can, because once they're on sale, they go super, super fast, and you really got to get them. I suggest buying a large quantity if you can, especially if they're $2.95 and you get that 15% off. That makes them, I don't remember, $2.60 a bag maybe, somewhere around there. That's just my estimate. That's cheap. I mean, you can't even buy one skein of Red Heart for that, and you're getting a lot of yarn for that just because it doesn't have a label. I'm certain that it's all Yarnspiration brands because they're the ones selling it. So it's Caron, it's Bernat, it's Peaches and Cream, it's anything that Yarnspirations makes. It's just not labeled, but it's still really good yarn. So that's my review. I solved the mystery for you. In case you were wondering, if you have the means, don't buy it full price though. Don't buy it full price for $7.99 because they will always have it on sale. You just have to wait for it, and you just have to watch for it because they don't tell you when it's going to be. And one day you'll just look, and it might be $5.95. It might be $2.95. You don't know. So that's my review. I encourage you. This is a good review. I'm happy with Yarnspirations mystery bags. So, and yeah, let me know your experience if you bought them in the comment section. I'd really like to know, if you were happy or not, if you got maybe the same types of yarns that I did. And that's it. So keep a lookout. I'll put a link below and watch for the price to drop on these and get you some. Maybe you'll like them. I hope you do, since I said such good things about them. But remember, I cannot guarantee you're going to get the same yarns as me because that's just the way it is with the mystery bag. But so far, I've always liked what I got. So thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.